My thoughts on the Harbor Freight trailer after building it and taking on a 120-mile round trip to get it VIN inspected and a roadworthiness inspection done on it. It's well built. As far as I'm concerned, it's a decent trailer for the money. The fender brackets are pretty cheesy, kind of wobbly a lot, and they're gonna, after not too long, they'll vibrate and break. Make sure that you run aground. This is my opinion. You can fight with the ground problems if you want, but my opinion is run a separate ground to each light right from the front. They give you this little screw right here where you're supposed to screw the ground to. And if you screw your ground there, it's going to stop right there. Basically, you might get it to a couple spots on the trailer, but don't waste your time. When I went to get it inspected, the guy actually told me, he said he sees these in here all the time. And the guy will get there and the lights aren't working. They'll say, well, they left work when I left. Come down here. And that's the problem. The ground connection between all the powder coated pieces is basically non-existent unless you grind. Make sure, the other item is make sure you pack the bearings. And I packed the bearings on these. There was basically a very small amount of real light grease in there. I cleaned them, repacked them. Make sure you repack the inside bearing, which means you have to pop out the seal and pack it. Pack the bearing behind the seal. Very important. If you don't do that, I would have ventured to guess that your bearings will probably burn up before too long. If not, you're lucky. Really, that's about the extent of it. On my 120-mile round trip to get this licensed, I stopped about 30 miles in each way, so just to check the bearings and just to check to make sure everything was looking okay. This wheel on the right hand side got a little bit warm to the touch, wasn't too hot to hold on to. The other one stayed cool, the other hub stayed cool. So I will repack, or not repack, but I will readjust this hub. The issue is they've got these crown nuts on there, and you get 1/8 of a turn in adjustment, and when I put it on, it was either too loose or it was too tight, and I didn't want it too loose, so I made it a little bit too tight, and it heated up. So I'm gonna have to get one of those 16-point caps that go over the nut, so I can have multiple positions to set the bearing in. It's coarse thread, so it's hard to get that thing aligned just right. So that's the story. Would I buy another one? Yeah, I would. Good price, easy, basically well built. So yeah, I'd do that.